All right, ready?
Yep.
Sound test here on the court at Cicero North Syracuse High School. The North Stars and the Corcoran Cougars getting ready to do battle here, Rob. Second matchup of the year between these two schools, and they're right here at CNS for the second time. What are your thoughts on tonight's matchup?
You know, check 1-2, and I'm really looking for 3 to drive to the paint tonight, and maybe we'll see some versatility out of 4, Gio.
We good? Does this sound good? Sweet.
Perfect.
coaches, your school, and your families. To the families, thank you for your constant support, driving long distances to away games, volunteering whenever needed, cheering loudly at every game when you could, and most importantly for raising your sons into the fine young men that stand before us today. In addition to recognizing our seniors, we would like to recognize the senior players from the visiting Corcoran Cougars also. Joe Williams, Shamir Judge, Avion Granger, Trace McTaggart, Jovan Riddick, and George Chestnut. A nice round of applause for the Cougars. And now let's meet our North Star seniors. Our first senior is William Darko Jr., a.k.a. Junior. Junior is a scorer by parents William and Bernadette. Junior is in his first year with the basketball program and is a team favorite. On Tuesday night, Junior made his first career three-pointer, and the bench celebration was so energetic the referee had to tell the coach to have the players stay off the court. Junior also played soccer for the North Stars and will be attending the University at Albany in the fall. Number 22, William Darko Jr. Our next senior is Nick DeMiro, a.k.a. Nick Dad. Nick is a scorer by parents Sandra and Annette. Nick is a second-year varsity player and has set the record for the most coaches played for in a North Stars uniform. 6 coaches in 6 years. Despite all the challenges, one thing is constant. Nick brings a great attitude and a ton of energy to the team every day. Nick is a high honor roll student and will be studying sports management next year in college. Number 15, Nick DeMiro. Our next senior, Joey Penizzano, a.k.a. Chupin. Joey's a scorer by parents Joseph and Jessica. Joey's in his second year as a varsity basketball player. At this point, Joey's expected to come in and knock down a 3 in every single game, as he has done time and time again. Joey claims he can do the most push-ups on the team and is a 3-time sectional football champion player for the North Stars. He will be continuing his education and playing football in Myrtle Beach Prep in the fall. Number 4, Joey Penizzano. Next we have Noah Wyzorek. Noah's a scorer by parents Mike and Lori. Noah's in his second year as a varsity basketball player and has left his mark as one of the best forwards in Section 3 this year. He has hit double figures, scoring in 5 of his 7 games this year, and is one of the best rebounders and defenders in the league. Despite missing every layup on a daily basis in practice, Noah has the highest field goal percentage on the team in actual games. Noah also excels on the mound and will be continuing his education and baseball career at Division I Siena College in the fall. Number 10, Noah Wyzorek. Our next senior is Kevin Velasco. Kevin is scored by parents Tim and Pamela. Kevin is one of our team captains and is in his second year as a varsity basketball player and has had a career year during this season. Kevin is the ultimate Swiss Army knife player and will do anything it takes to help the team win. He has filled every statistical category throughout the season, including technical fouls. Kevin is being recruited by multiple schools to play basketball at the college level and is undecided at this time where he'll go in the fall. Number 1, Kevin Velasco. Next we have Brian Bowden. Brian is scored by parents Jean and David and sister Beth. Brian is also a team captain and is in his second year as a varsity basketball player. Much like Kevin, who he oddly shares a birthday with, Brian is having a career season, which includes his best game of the season this past Tuesday, when he scored 18 points, 7 assists, and 0 turnovers versus Henniger. Unlike Kevin, Brian has yet to pick up a technical foul in a game this season, but has recorded close to 20 technical fouls in practice from his best friend and sister, Beth Bowden. Brian will be continuing his education and basketball career at St. John Fisher College in the fall. Number 2, Brian Bowden! And finally, the coaching staff and team would like to give very special thanks to our senior, Giovanni Heater. Giovanni is escorted by parents Sandy and Matt. The boys basketball program wants to thank you for all the hard work you've done for our program over the year while commenting on our games for thousands of fans to watch, listen, and enjoy remotely. Gio, we don't have nearly enough time to go into detail about how great we think you are and how much we appreciate you. But please know you will be greatly missed, and we wish you best of luck in all you do. CNS Athletics play-by-play announcer, Giovanni Heater. Fans, give a nice round of applause for the seniors and their families. Thank you, seniors, and best of luck in all you do. You are forever North Stars. We'll now clear the court, finish up pre-game warm-ups.
Welcome to the North Star Network presented by CNS Athletics. Giovanni Heater alongside Robert Bateman courtside at Cicero North Syracuse High School. Senior night tonight as the 5-2 Cicero North Syracuse North Stars play host for the second time to the 2-5 Corcoran Cougars. The North Stars come in at third in the SCAC Metro Conference. On the other side, the Corcoran Cougars at sixth. Rob, these two teams squared off right here in the CNS gym, to open up 2021 play. We get them again just a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, Gio, I'm really excited for this matchup, and I really want to see how Corcoran's defense chooses to defend the twin scorers of Luke Paragon and Brian Bonin. The two of them have been averaging 15 points this season and nearing 16 points. So I'm really curious to see how Corcoran takes that.
And there's a lot of deadly weapons on the other side for the Corcoran Cougars as well. Some notable names include JoJo Williams, who's also a football star. You have Shamir Judge. Avion Granger dropped 12 right here in this building against CNS in the opener. And Amir Reeves dropped 10 against the North Stars, averaging 13.7 points per game. Senior night, once again, as we had mentioned, so it was a pleasure to honor all of the CNS basketball seniors and have my name called as well. And you know what that means with senior night? We have fans in the stands for the first time this year, Rob. All of the senior parents are in attendance. Now, next Tuesday, we will have even more. Over 30 people here to watch some CNS basketball. So we're turning it over to Daryl White. Again, you're tuned in to the North Star Network.
Good evening and welcome to Cicero North Syracuse High School, home of the North Stars. Tonight is senior night. Thank you for joining us for tonight's boys varsity basketball contest featuring the visit Corcoran Cougars and our home team CNS North Stars. All event attendees, including athletes, coaching staff, and officials, must wear face coverings in accordance with the Secretary of Health's face covering ordinance and are expected to maintain social distancing when arriving, attending, and departing our facility. Sportsmanship is applied to and about all participating coaches, teams, and officials. Please follow our example and be a positive force for your school and hometown. Let tonight's contest reflect mutual respect. We welcome our guests from Corcoran along with everyone watching this game remotely and wish all the participants good luck in tonight's game. At this time, if able, please rise, remove your hats. You should place your right hand over your heart for the singing of our national anthem. We're pleased to have a recording of the CNS High School Chorus singing our anthem tonight. The CNS High School Chorus. And now for the starting laps. First for the visiting Corcoran Cougars. Starting at guard, the 6-foot junior, number 2, Dior Tansey. At forward, the 6'3" sophomore, number 4, Owen Burns. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 5, JoJo Williams. And forward, a 6'1" senior, number 14, Avion Granger. And at guard, the 6'2" sophomore, number 23, Amir Reeves. The Cougars are led by head coach Taekwon Horton, assisted by our Jake Garcia. North Star fans, please welcome our starting lineup. Starting guard, a 6'3" senior, number 1, Kevin Velasco. And guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Brian Bowden. And guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Joseph Pinisato. And guard, a 6'4" senior, number 10, Noah Zurich. And a guard, a 5'8" senior, number 15, Nicholas Taviro. The North Stars are led by head coach Kyle Martin. This is by Brandon Hanks, Scott Coach, Steve Meyer, and John Pucci. The referees on that team, Steve Perkins, Dwayne Gordon, and Billy Lyden.
Welcome once again to the North Star Network, presented by CNS Athletics. There you go, the starting lineups for senior night. Giovanni Heater alongside Robert Bateman with you tonight. A blowout in the CNS Gymnasium, Rob. What a game we have on our hands.
It's going to be an exciting one, Gio, and it's going to be really up and down today. Both these teams like to push the floor, and we're really going to see some fast-paced basketball.
And starting fast we are as the ball goes out of bounds across the baseline. Corcoran to start with it. JoJo Williams to inbound. Pass down low. Kevin Velasco is able to break it up. And we'll head the other way. An early turnover for the Corcoran Cougars.
Gio, we're going to see a lot more of that tonight from Kevin. He's a defensive specialist, and he shows it right there.
They called him the Swiss Army knife of this team. Can do it all in the box score. Brian Bonin with it, top of the key. Dish inside. Kevin Velasco, the finger roll up and in. And that's how we'll start senior night here in the CNS gym.
We are really seeing Kevin do it all tonight early on.
JoJo Williams looking for a response for the Cougars. Goes at DeViro, pass to the inside. Laid up and in. That time Owen Burns comes in. The sophomore guard gets Corcoran started early, and we're tied up at 2. Now Bonin, let's see what he can do. Him and Luke Paragon coming off an 18-point performance against Henniger. DeViro wants 3 from the corner. Left it too short. Wazorek the rebound, puts it up and in. Noah Wazorek. And he's so good at doing that, Rob, pulling down the boards, getting second chance points for this team.
Yeah, Gio, Noah really has a lot of success off the offensive glass. He's great at boxing out down low and picking up those loose balls and going straight up to the hoop and getting the easy 2.
Starting lineups look a little different tonight for the North Stars due to it being senior night. Every senior getting a start except junior Darko. Wazorek with a big block, and here's Bonin running the floor for the North Stars. Bonin thought about a 2, gives it off Velasco. He almost thought about a 3, and the North Stars will settle back in. 4-2 is the lead for CNS. 6:45 left to go and counting. Bonin wants 3. Downtown, left too short. Right side of the rim, and it'll go out of bounds. Corcoran will take it the other way. Not a bad pull. Not a bad pull at all. Confident shot by Brian Bonin on senior night tonight. And let's see what JoJo Williams can do. Danzy thought about a 3. Give to Owen Burns on the inside. Back up to JoJo. He goes at DeViro. And his pass goes wild out of bounds. Last touched by Noah Wazorek will stay right here.
Gio, you can really tell JoJo Williams is a football player because he is very strong when he drives, and he goes through contact like it's nothing.
Starting running back on the Corcoran football team. Athletic play, right side three-pointer, count it! Big shot there. Amir Reeves comes in averaging 13.7 a game, and he's hot early. And look at both benches coming alive a little bit here. Bonin off to DeViro, back to Bonin. He'll take a step and a drive. Elbow jumper, rattle around, no good. Last touched out of bounds. Owen Burns will stay right here.
Gio, let me remind you, the last time we saw these two teams face off, it was a shootout. CNS was able to close it out in the third, but if these teams, they'll go back and forward all night.
Yes, absolutely right. It was a 57-43 win for the North Stars over Corcoran in the season opener. Kevin Velasco for 3, and he rattles it home.
Kevin has really been a dagger tonight. He's got 5 points so far, and we're not even halfway through the first, Gio.
JoJo Williams looking for response. Burns wants it in the corner. No good. Bonin the tough rebound, spinning around and taking it across midcourt. Bonin all the way to the 10. Kick out DeViro. The extra pass, Velasco. Pump fake, deep 2, and he left it short. It was tipped away by Avion Granger, who leads the team in scoring and does it all defensively as well. Wazorek with a big defensive play. Williams is there. DeViro stretches out for it. Williams to the inside, and it's laid up and in by the 6'1 senior forward, Avion Granger.
Gio, when we're watching these teams on offense, we really got to look out for Amir Reeves and Avion Granger. They're their dynamic duo on offense, and they really do put up points left and right.
Panizzato, corner 3, too strong. DeViro can't be there for the rebound. Instead, it's the Cougars up the floor. Dior Danzy, kick to the corner, and the three-pointer's good for Amir Reeves, the sophomore guard.
Amir Reeves is really heated up from 3 early on, Gio. He's already hit 2, and I think we're going to see a lot more tonight.
Brian Bonin with the response, splashing one from downtown. And just when Corcoran took a lead, the North Stars take it right back off the heels of the senior Brian Bonin. 10-9, 1 point advantage, 4:39 left to go. Timeout on the floor. Coach Kyle Martin wants to talk things over. Probably a good timeout here, 1 point lead. Back and forth, exciting scoring. Both teams are getting hot from downtown early, and it looks like we could be in for a little bit of a barn burner, a shootout here tonight. Quick timeout, just a quick 30-second, and we'll head back to the floor. Corcoran to inbound. North Stars up by 1. Velasco's got 5 early. Bonin hit a big 3 just before the break. Here's JoJo Williams. Didn't play last season because of a torn ACL in football, but this kid is a star and has had a good year for the Cougars running the point guard spot. A true field general, creates space and finds his open teammates. Williams a drive, kicks it out. Paragon's there to intercept the pass. Now Paragon checks into the game, going coast to coast, tries to lay it up and in, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
That is the Luke Paragon special right there, Gio. He drives hard, always gets fouled, and he's automatic from the free throw line.
That he is. And Luke Paragon checks into the game for the first time, as well as Gerard Hill. So this is your typical starting lineup here on any other night besides senior night. Paragon knocks down the first. And 11-9 will be the lead for CNS, a chance to make it a 3-point game. And Luke does, rattles it home, 4:14 left to go. And we'll see what the Corcoran Cougars can cook up for a response. Avion Granger a drive, step back, deep 2, left it too strong, and the rebound pulled down by the big man, Gerard Hills. Bonin coast to coast, 3 with a hand in his face, too strong, and a rebound, Owen Burns. Now JoJo Williams going at Paragon, elects to pull it back out, Granger top of the key, left side, Dior Danzy. Danzy will take a drive, down Marshall Street, and gets swatted down low. Velasco the rebound, up the floor's Bonin, off to Wazorek, whistle's blown, and Noah Wazorek will shoot 2 of his own.
That's great work down low there from Kevin Velasco on defense. He really is the Swiss Army knife of this team, like you said earlier, Gio. He has steals, he has blocks, he pushes the floor well. He really does it all.
Now Wazorek also a consistent free throw shooter for the North Stars. Knocks down the first. And you hear Coach Kyle Martin coaching very hard from the sideline already, just a couple minutes into this ball game. You love the energy he brings to this team.
Kyle Martin really demands his man-to-man defense, and you'll hear him during the game calling out numbers to guys and telling them, this is your guy, you got to follow him. And he's really vocal about it, Gio.
Wazorek knocks down both of them. 14-9's your lead for the North Stars, 3.5 to play. Avion Granger right wing. Give back to the top, it's JoJo Williams. Amir Reeves on the left side. Williams kick to the corner. Danzy taking a drive. Outside to Burns. Back to Granger. Granger going at Gerard Hills. Tried to lay it up. Gets the putback. What an athletic play by Avion Granger, the senior forward. Paragon for 3. Too short. Wazorek flies in for the board and puts it up.
That's what Noah does best, Gio. He flies in and he grabs the ball straight off the rim and gets the easy 2.
Both teams flying up and down the court, crashing on the glass early tonight. Danzy in the corner. JoJo Williams looking for a bucket. Back to Danzy. Corner 3. Too short. Bonin's there for the rebound. Dribbles around Danzy. And Bonin crossing midcourt. Paragon thought about a three. The pump fake, the drive, fakes the pass, gets swatted away down low. Velasco lays it up and in. The finger roll for two.
Kevin Velasco has great awareness right there. Luke gets the ball swatted, and Kevin's right there to catch it and go up.
2:25 left to play here, quarter number one. North Stars up by 7. Lots and lots of scoring here in the CNS gym tonight early. Danzy pulls up, deep three. Off the rim, no good. Paragon pulls down the board for the North Stars, and they can stretch it to a double-digit ball game. Paragon the and one. A big bucket down low, and the North Stars starting to stretch the lead.
Gio, I said it earlier, that's what Luke Paragon does best. He takes it hard to the rack, he gets fouled, and he hits his free throws.
Paragon will shoot one. Chance to make it a three-point play. 20-11 is your score. And Junior Darko getting his first burn of the night. Our other CNS senior. And Rob, you know him very well, captain of the soccer team.
I do. I've spent a lot of time with Junior over the years, and I can't stress enough how good of a leader this kid is. He's always high mental stability, keeping the guys up. He's a great leader, great emotional guy, and he can hit the three, too, occasionally.
He did. He did it against Henniger in the last outing. Hit a deep three, and the North Stars, it's all they could talk about in a big win. Three-pointer, top of the key. Count it! A big bucket there when the Corcoran Cougars needed one. George Chestnut, the 5'11 senior guard, and that's just what the doctor ordered if you're the Corcoran Cougars. Kick to the inside. Paragon, open three. He wants one. Give it to him! Luke Paragon dials one up from deep. And a big response out of the North Stars off the heels of the junior. On the other end, it's a scoop up and in. Amir Reeves. And we will get a break in the action. A mask on the floor.
Gio, credit to Luke Paragon. He has been great this quarter so far. He has 8 points, and he's doing it from outside the arc and down low.
That he is, Rob. 117 left to go here, quarter number one, and it's been a fast-paced, exciting kind of quarter here. 24-16 the lead for the North Stars. Junior Darko off to Bonin, dials one up, count it! Off the back of the rim and in, and the North Stars just cannot be stopped from deep.
If Brian Bonin keeps shooting like this, he can put this game away, Gio.
It's no wonder he leads the team in scoring with 15.5 points a game and dropped 18 against Henniger in the last outing. Here's Chestnut going at Darko. Dribbles to the inside. Pass picked off by Paragon. Coast to coast for Luke. Going right at Avion Granger off the mark. Rebounded by the Cougars. Now up the floor, Shamir Judge tries to get one in. Foul against Darko. Judge will shoot two.
You know, you see Kyle Martin clap after that. That's a great foul from Junior. No easy points. Make him go to the charity stripe, and maybe he can miss one here.
And Darko also a guy that can afford fouls at this point, make his presence heard here. And Judge knocks down the first. 27-17, North Stars lead by 10, 38.7 left to go. In 8 minutes of basketball, Rob, and actually less than 8 minutes at this point, the North Stars have scored 27 points, one of their highest scoring first quarters of the season. Absolutely sensational. They've been lights out here. Judge knocks down two. North Stars inbounded in. Luke Paragon gives it off to Bonin at center court. Here's Bonin. Thought about another three. Off to Darko. Spins. Chestnut all up in his grill. Gives it off. Bonin. Bonin with 21 on the shot clock. Out to Darko. Darko pump fake. Thought about a three. Gives it back to Bonin. Bonin has Darko open. Doesn't elect to give it to him. Paragon corner three. And he strokes the net pure. Luke Paragon assisted by Brian Bonin. And the roll just continues to throttle on for the North Stars.
That's exactly how you wanted to end this quarter if you're the North Stars. Get the three. Keep the momentum going into the second quarter.
And that will be the conclusion of quarter number one, Kyle. 31st period points for the North Stars. They hold a 30-18 lead. And I don't even think you can give it any problem against the Corcoran Cougars. The North Stars are just finding the open man, and they haven't missed.
Well, we talked to Coach Kyle Martin a week ago, and he had told us they decided to start speeding up the play and going up and down the court more. And it really is showing to how much this CNS team is scoring.
This CNS team is absolutely elite. They currently sit at third place in the SCAC Metro Conference Division, and they're behind a West Genesee team in first place, a Liverpool team in second place, which are the two teams that they have lost to this season. Now, those two teams went at it earlier this week, and it was West Genesee taking down the Warriors to remain undefeated at 7-0. Liverpool sits at 7-1. The North Stars at 5-2. They're going to get both those teams. They're going to get West Genesee on the road again, and they're going to get Liverpool right here in the CNS gym. We'll be on the call here on the North Star Network. Those are absolute blockbusters, Rob, because if the North Stars can avenge those losses, they might win this conference, and they're very capable of doing so.
And, Gio, when you talk to the guys about those games, they say, it's our fault we lost, and they are excited to have them back in their building.
Coach Kyle Martin believes that the North Stars played their worst game against West Genesee, are very capable of taking down a talented West Genesee squad. We're in both of them, a heartbreaker against Liverpool and against West Genesee. Just got away from them in the last couple of minutes. One possession goes the other way, different ball game. Paragon for three, rattles it off, no good. Rebound, Avion Granger, who leads the team with 13.9, as well as in rebounds with 4.5. Other end, Owen Burns can't hit. Gerard Hills, the big rebound, up to Paragon up the floor. Paragon going to the 10, lays it up and in. Luke Paragon makes it look easy.
Gio, I feel like I say it every game. Luke Paragon is one of the most dynamic scorers in this league. He scores from outside, inside the charity stripe. He does it all.
Good ball movement here for the Cougars, as Dior Danzy finds JoJo Williams down low for two. Kyle Martin calls a timeout to talk things over. North Stars up 12, 7:21 left to go in period number two. And the North Stars started hot in that second quarter, but Corcoran had a little bit of a response there. That was a good find down low.
Gio, we really got to show credit to Brian Bonin, though. He's really been a floor general for the CNS offense so far, and he finds guys who I don't even see open, and I'm not even playing the basketball game.
Yeah, Brian Bonin, just absolutely, his stats are jaw-dropping. 15.5 points a game, 1 steal a game, 4.5 assists, 4.8 rebounds, and then 18 points against Henniger in the last outing. He's been a stud all year. Luke Paragons look even more impressive. 6.5 rebounds a game, 3.7 assists, 15.3 points, 1.3 steals, and also 18 against Henniger. I mean, these guys, it's not just them doing it, though. It's everybody. This is a true team. There's not one go-to guy. Velasco's had hot nights. Wazorik's had hot nights. Gerard's had big nights. Everybody on this team can do it consistently, and Reese Conjol coming off the bench has been a force as well.
Gio, I do want to say we see Corcoran bring out that high press defense that they love to run. Usually they drop back and run that 2-3 zone, but they bring the high press, and it works out well for them right there.
Yeah, JoJo Williams with a steal and a bucket. Bonin to the 10, and he's fouled. He'll shoot two. That's exactly what you want to do for the North Stars. Get the Cougars in a little bit of foul trouble here, especially against the press. We'll see if the North Stars can run the floor a little bit. But that was a great defensive possession. Quick bucket for Owen Burns. And Bonin knocks down the first. That's one thing, Rob, that is like noticeably improved is the free throws for this team. I mean, at the beginning of the year, they're about 50% from the charity stripe. They've been lights out so far tonight. As Bonin goes 2 for 2. They haven't missed a free throw so far tonight, Rob, in the CNS gym, and they've shot plenty.
And, Gio, we see Reese Conjol check in, and he had an absolutely amazing game last week. 11 points, 8 rebounds, and a block. He does it really all, and you always say he's the Mark Dolezaj of this CNS basketball team.
Very true. An athletic lob to the inside. Avion Granger draws the contact. He'll head to the free throw line for 2. JoJo Williams was looking for the alley-oop. And Avion Granger has an opportunity to put 2 points on the scoreboard, down 12. Granger rattles off the first. Checking into the game now will be Jazier Hardiman, averages 4.6 points a game. Junior forward on the squad. And this is one of those teams, though, Rob, that can match the North Stars as far as height goes. West Genesee can do it, Liverpool can do it, and Corcoran has some really tall guys on this team. Both teams, I mean, the height advantage is just through the roof.
It really is, Gio, and it helps this team because CNS loves to score down low, and they have to open up their offense a little more when they play these taller-sized teams.
Bonin gets his pocket picked. Williams on the other end converts the and one. He'll have a chance for an extra point at the free throw line. And the Corcoran Cougars coming back with a little bit of a response here. Some jabs at the North Stars. 34-24. Close the lead to 10. This one would bring it to single digits.
JoJo Williams looked like he was running through a defense there. He's getting to football season, and he was feeling himself.
Free throw no good for JoJo Williams. Conjul pulls down the rebound, but a steal and a lay-in for Dior Danzy.
That was a very interesting play right there, Gio. It was a block, but it actually ended up going in the basket.
And a foul goes against JoJo Williams. Kevin Velasco will inbound. Rob Seitchen checks into the game for the North Stars. His first reps of tonight. And he's kind of that point guard off the bench that really gives the North Stars a spark. He's not going to do it in the scoring category, but what he does off the ball and finding guys with assists is really impressive.
Robbie really loves to slow down this offense, Gio, and you'll see it here. He gets the ball at the top of the key, and he slows things down.
Paragon hits the deck. Velasco's there to scoop it up. Feed to the inside. Hills to Paragon. The foul. Count the bucket. What a play for the North Stars.
How about the hustle right there from Kevin Velasco to see the loose ball and dive on it? He gets up, throws it to Gerard, and Gerard gets it to Luke, and he gets the and one bucket.
And just when you think the North Stars started to slow down as far as scoring goes, and they dropped 30 in the first quarter, they're right back with a couple of big buckets of their own. Paragon knocks down the free throw. The North Stars remain perfect from the line tonight. The three-point play is good, and that's just what they needed. Amir Reeves a drive, kicks it back out. JoJo Williams will slow down the offense a little bit here, under 6 minutes to go in quarter number 2. 37-26 the lead for the North Star. Reeves wants three from the corner. Left it short. Paragon fighting for the rebound, tips it to himself, and he'll run the floor for CNS. Tried to find Kevin Velasco, just a little bit of a mental error there as the ball flies out of bounds, a turnover for CNS. JoJo Williams running hard to the tin, lays it off the backboard, couldn't connect. Robbie Seitchen the rebound. Williams lurking behind, up to Paragon on the wing. Tried to find a cutting Reese Conjul, and back-to-back turnovers for Luke Paragon. Robbie Seitchen coaching up his teammates, telling him just breathe, settle down, settle down. And Bonin checks back in now for the North Stars in place of Paragon. Coach Martin is telling him, take a second, take a second.
Gio, you said it best earlier. JoJo Williams is running hard, and that's exactly what he does. He's a running back on the Corcoran football team, and he does it on the court. When he gets the ball, he is full speed down the court, and he usually gets inside for the easy layup.
Seitchen thought about it, 3 feet to the inside. Look at the pick and roll, finding Conjul, and Reese will shoot 2 of his own.
Gio, we will see a lot more of those tonight. CNS loves this high ball screen. You'll see guys like Gerard Hills, Reese Conjul, Noah Wyzork. They step up to the top of the arc, and they run a quick pick and roll, and they get inside, and either they get the layup or they get fouled.
Now Conjul, just such a dynamic player on this team, really a true sixth man coming off the bench. Incredible, the sophomore for the North Stars. Shamir Judge checks back into the ball game for Corcoran, senior guard, contributor with 5.5 points a game. And that's the first miss of the night from the free throw line for the North Stars. Conjul goes 1 for 2. Avion Granger, kick to the inside. Seitchen tipped it away. It ended up in the hands of the North Stars' Gerard Hills. Bonin behind the back pass to Velasco. Kick back out to Bonin in the corner. He's trying to create some separation. Goes up, spins around, pulls up. Deep 2, no good. Offensive rebound, North Stars. Here's Brian Bonin once again. Spins around off to Conjul. Conjul to the inside, Gerard Hills. Back to Bonin. Bonin on the right wing. Here's the high ball screen from Gerard. Bonin to the tin, going at the rim, and he's fouled. He'll have a chance for a deuce at the line.
Great work there. We see that two-man offense with Brian Bonin and Gerard Hills. They run up the pick and roll on the sideline, and they just wait until they get their look. Brian Bonin finally saw it, and he took it to the rack, and he gets the foul.
Rob, isn't this team just incredibly fun to watch? I mean, I just can't get over how fun these guys are to watch, dropping 38 points. And we still have 4.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Scored more than the Syracuse basketball team in 1 half, and I'm not even kidding.
You're completely right there, Gio. And these boys love to play fast-paced basketball, and I think that's the glorified thing about high school sports. You'll see very high-scoring games, and credit to Corcoran, they still have 26 points, which is very good for this point of the game.
And Bonin still perfect from the charity stripe. incredible performance by both squads, but especially the North Stars, as the bench begins to come alive thanks to head coach Kyle Martin giving the referee an earful as well. Amir Reeves, Corcoran in much need of a bucket. North Stars lead it 40-26, 4:21 left to go, and we'll call a carry here. You rarely see that in high school basketball, but a carry goes against Amir Reeves. North Stars will take over. Bonin calls the play. Corcoran's bench with a little bit of energy. Bonin drives, calls the contact, and he will have 2 free throws now.
We saw it again right there, Gio, that high ball screen. That time it was a double screen with Gerard Hills and Reese Conjol, but they come out to the arc and they just run that pick and roll. That time both picks stayed, and Brian Bonin was able to get around and get the layup.
Head coach Taekwon Horton on the sideline for the Corcoran Cougars. First year as head coach, along with Coach Kyle Martin for the North Stars. 2000 Corcoran grad, assistant coach since 2003, head coach of the JV team before this, now getting his first reps as the head coach, as Bonin knocks him down from the free throw line.
Gio, we really have to mention how young these head coaches are. We see a lot of new coaches, either in their third year, their first year, their second year. There's a lot of new coaches in this division, and it really shows to the team's new styles of basketball.
Pullback 3 here. Dior Danzy missed everything. Velasco the rebound. Velasco going coast to coast to the tin. No good. Conjol pokes it away and will stay down here, I believe. Last touch by Jazier Hardiman. Trace McTaggart checks in, the 6-foot senior guard. Robbie Seitch in the inbound, finding Reese Conjol, the tough bucket. A lot of contact down low, no whistles blown, but a big one for Reese Conjol. On the other end, fouls called, and one, count the basket. Avion Granger with a response of his own. 3.5 left to play, and the fast-paced movement of this basketball game is jaw-dropping.
Gio, this Corcoran team really needed a bucket, and Avion Granger is the guy you need to go to for that. He takes it down low through the contact and gets the and one.
Joey Penizzato checks into the game in place of Kevin Velasco. Granger at the free throw line trying to make it a 3-point play. No good. Conjol a tough rebound, and he's so good at doing it. Brian Bonin pulls it back out to slow things down offensively. Look for Joey to pop a 3 here, Rob. That's what he does best at this point in the ball game.
Gio, the last time CNS played Corcoran, Joey had 3 in the third quarter.
Bonin turns it over here in transition. Corcoran moving the tempo up the floor. Shamir Judge slows things down for the Cougars. Conjol looming in front of him. Shamir Judge trying to decide where to go with it. Left side, it's Avion Granger. Granger a drive, going at Joey P. Trying to find a teammate. Open was Jazier Hardiman, but he couldn't connect. Foul called on the floor. It goes against the Corcoran Cougars. Shamir Judge, the guilty man. 10 fouls so far for Corcoran, only 5 for CNS, Rob. We'll see how that continues to play out in this game.
You know, both these teams are very physical, and we're just seeing Corcoran getting caught down low with a lot more fouls tonight, and it can really hurt them down the stretch, Gio.
Well, you already see the North Stars at this point in the bonus. Conjol at the line. Knocks down the first, the front end of the 1-and-1. 2:50 left to play. North Stars lead at 44-28. Just continue to slowly stretch out the lead. Conjol's perfect from the charity stripe on that attempt. Wazorek checks back into the game in place of Conjol, who played a really good chunk of minutes there for the North Stars. That's what he does best.
You're completely right, Gio. That's what he does best. He comes in and he gives 3 minutes of hard basketball. He does all the dirty work that's needed for the CNS team, and he really lets these other guys breathe on defense.
Look at that play down low by Robbie Seitchin. And Gerard Hills comes over to give him the love. What a play defensively for the North Stars, and the bench begins to erupt for CNS as well. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Corcoran, 2.5 to play in the half. 3-pointer off the mark, no good. Hardiman's able to pull the rebound away. Here's Shamir Judge, top of the key. Wazorek standing in front of him like a brick wall. Give to the right side. Avion Granger. Seichin is there. Amir Reeves thought about it. And that's a shot clock violation against the Cougars. Mental toughness for the North Stars, and the Cougars weren't paying attention to the clock.
You know, that really goes out to Robbie Seichin right there with the big block. It can really rattle the offense, and they see these Corcoran guys just not put up a shot.
And Robbie Seichin runs the show for the North Stars once more. Give off to Bonin, right wing. Tough defense here from Granger. Great screen from Hills, laying it off to Wazorek, and Wazorek with the easy two, kissing one off the window.
What a beautiful pass by Brian Bonin. He runs the high ball screen with Gerard, gets down low, and jumps through two guys to dish that off to Noah.
Tyquan Horton wants to talk things over, and the North Stars lead by nearly 20. 19-point advantage, 47-28. Just under 2 minutes left to play in half number one. And Rob, the North Stars are starting to put it on the Cougars early.
Gio, you see Coach Tyquan Horton really showing some frustration in this huddle. He's probably telling his guys, you just need to slow it down. They're really forcing shots that they don't need to take right now.
I couldn't agree with you more here, Rob. And what do you think head coach Tyquan Horton's saying to his team right now in the not the locker room, the huddle, but 2 minutes left to go. You want to end the half strong, right? You're down by 19 at this point. If they can just cut into that lead a little bit, they have themselves in a more of a handleable situation going into the locker room rather than down 20. What do you think Tyquan Horton is addressing his team with right now?
You know, Gio, I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. He's probably telling his players, simple basketball. Let's slow things down, play the ball we know, get easy buckets, and defend. That's all they need to do to close this lead, Gio.
47-28 your score. North Stars with an eruption of offense here, and it's been an onslaught for the Cougars that they just have not been able to handle. Shamir Judge to inbound. It started off competitive. It started off back and forth, and then the North Stars just continued to stretch a lead. We'll see what the Cougars have to write up in a response here to close out half number one. Amir Reeves gives it off. JoJo Williams top the key. Now Granger left wing. Granger pass to the inside. Joey Penizzato picks it off. Penizzato up the floor to Bonin. It's tipped away, out of bounds. Thought we should stay on this end. I don't even agree with that call, Rob. I don't even agree with that call.
I didn't see it the best, so I'm not going to make a comment on it. But what I do want to comment on is Joe Penizzato, looking like the wide receiver he is right there for that steal.
Again, we're not on that end of the floor, but it certainly looked like it was tipped off a white jersey. Nonetheless, we'll head the other way, and a big lay-in for Avion Granger. Corcoran getting what they need. Penizzato up the floor. Off to DeViro. DeViro finds Paragon, and a foul is called.
This Corcoran team really needs to start worrying about fouls. 10 in the first half is very dangerous, especially when you see guys starting to get their third and second fouls. You can really see guys get into foul trouble late here, Gio.
That should be the 11th, I believe. Paragon at the line. He'll shoot two. And knocks down the first. The North Stars are lights out from the free throw line. I've said it many times tonight, but they just are dropping my jaw right now with how well they're shooting from the free throw line. Better than most college teams at this point. And the broadcasters jinx, of course, as they miss their second of the entire first half. 1:17 left to go. 48-30 is the lead for the North Stars.
Gio, I'm very curious how many sprints Kyle Martin has these boys doing when they miss their free throws, because they all seem like they are hitting every single one tonight.
They're lights out. That's a big reason as to why the lead is what it is at this point. Corcoran in need of a bucket. Judge off to JoJo Williams. Now Amir Reeves. Reeves gives it off corner. Judge. Judge goes at DeViro, exploiting a mismatch, zips it off, and the bucket is good for Trace McTaggart.
That's a great heads-up play down low from Judge right there, Gio. He takes it down the baseline, realizes he doesn't have an angle to shoot, so he just dishes it off to his center for the easy two.
Penizzato, deep two, too strong. Bonin couldn't be there for the rebound. Instead, it's Amir Reeves. Running the floor is the Cougars. Foul down low. Joey Penizzato draws the contact and makes him feel it, right? If you're going to send someone to the line, do it right. Penizzato did that right there.
Joe Penn has a really smart follow there, and You know, it sounds bad to say smart foul, but it is, because if he gets an easy 2 there, that's points you're giving up. He puts the guy on the line, and maybe he misses one. As he does.
There it is. McTaggart misses the front end of 2. 39 seconds, under a minute left to go. North Stars still lead it by 16. McTaggart for the second, up in the air, off the back rim, too strong. Paragon's there for a good rebound over Williams. Paragon running the floor right to the tin, doesn't finish, but Wazorik's there to clean up the mess and put 2 points back on the scoreboard for the North Stars. Avion Granger on the other end. DeViro poked it loose. Now to the inside. McTaggart the floater, and it rattles home. 20 seconds left to go in what's been a speedy, high-scoring first half of action. Panizzato, feed to the inside. DeViro tried to lay it up, and it's swatted away. Panizzato was there for the rebound. 8 seconds left to go for the North Stars. Bonin will hold for the final shot. Bonin, feed to the inside. Wazorek, the buzzer beater falls, and that is how the North Stars will end an incredible first half of action. 52-34, your halftime score. Rob, this is absolutely sensational. The North Stars just did not take their foot off the gas, continued to put points up on the board.
Gio, you're really seeing these North Stars dominate on the offensive glass, and Noah Wazorek shows it there. 2 plays in a row, he gets the easy layup. The first one, Luke Paragon misses a layup. Don't worry, Noah's right there for the putback. And on the second one, you see that high ball screen that CNS loves to run. And it gets dished off to Noah inside by Brian Bonin, and Noah gets that buzzer beater layup.
Absolutely incredible. An offensive onslaught by the North Stars in half number 1. They're just so fun to watch, Rob. I just cannot get over how fun they are to watch. Shot the ball incredibly well from the field, shot the ball incredibly well from the charity stripe, and the North Stars lay 52 points in the first half of action. That's 8 minutes in the first quarter, 8 minutes of the second quarter in high school. Incredible. In 16 minutes of basketball, they score 52 points against a really good Corcoran squad. Perfect way to head into the locker room. I bet this coaching staff is very happy right now as they walk our way. Rob, your final remarks before we take a quick halftime break.
All I want to say is, before we go into the half, let's give some credit to Corcoran. They've scored 34 in this half, and in a normal basketball game, that's great. You're going to be in it. But this CNS offense can't seem to miss tonight, and I think it goes out to the free throws, Gio. They're free points, but hey, some teams just can't shoot from the line, and this CNS team tonight has done the exact opposite of that. They've been lights out, and it's really helped them pat this lead they've had.
We'll see what Taekwon Horton draws up for his team on the sideline during the halftime break. And on the other side, Coach Kyle Martin telling his team to keep laying it on the Cougars. The North Stars making a statement, looking to seize first place in the league if they can knock off Corcoran, win out, and take down West Genesee and Liverpool as the season continues to progress. What a game we have here under the lights in the Cicero North Syracuse High School gym. Thanks so much for attending on the North Star Network and tuning in. We'll bring you the second half coverage in just a couple of minutes. Thanks so much. Don't go anywhere. You're looking live at Cicero North Syracuse High School. Giovanni Heater alongside Robert Bateman with you tonight. The North Stars and the Corcoran Cougars going at it in an SCHC Metro Division matchup. CNS a 52-34 lead, Rob. 52 points. Are you kidding me?
Gio, I think what really goes into this lead is CNS has been hitting all their free throws tonight, and Corcoran's only made 2. When you're shooting 2 from 8 from the line, compared to a CNS team that's shooting like 13 for 16 from the line, you're going to see a big gap in the lead, and that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. And if CNS keeps up the pace of scoring that they have, I think this game's gone.
We will see what Coach Taekwon Horton drew up in the locker room for halftime as Dior Danzy will inbound for the Cougars. Half number 2 on the North Star Network. Thank you so much for being along the ride and joining us. Danzy to inbound into JoJo Williams, and we are underway for the second half of action from Cicero North Syracuse High School. The bench alive already for the North Stars. That's Coach Kyle Martin's writing all over it.
Gio, I say it all the time. CNS bench brings their own student section. They're always loud, they're always energetic, and it really helps the guys on the court.
Avion Granger, an athletic spin and drive. Oh my goodness, Bateman. What a move by Avion Granger. A big play to get the Cougars going early.
Gio, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. When Corcoran needs a basket, they go to Avion Granger because he is always on fire.
Paragon downtown, left it short. Velasco, the putback, lays it up and in. And the senior does it for the North Stars to respond. Other end, Amir Reeves, coast to coast. The contact, the bucket, the foul. He'll shoot an extra.
That's exactly what Corcoran needed to start off this half. They need to start scoring and close this lead, Gio.
7:10 on the clock. Not even a minute gone, and we already have over 5 points scored when you go up and down the floor. Reeves can't hit the free throw. Again, you mentioned it, Rob. They've struggled from the line tonight. On the other side, the North Stars, the opposite, have been lights out from the charity stripe. Velasco over to Bonin. Thought about a 3. Paragon. Pump fake. Back to Bonin. He'll drive to the inside in the lane, knifing his way through. Couldn't hit. Bonin gets his own miss, draws the contact, and he will head to the line for 2.
Brian Bonin showing some frustration there. He had guys all over him, but he did a great job to get down low and get his own rebound after the miss, Gio.
Bonin with a chance to extend the lead once again from the line. And rolls the first one off the left side of the rim. Only the 3rd miss tonight from the free throw line for CNS. And Bonin splashes home the second one. Dior Danzy up the floor. A tough pass, trying to find the hands of Amir Reeves and just trying to do too much there was Danzy. The Cougars turn it over, and the North Stars head the other way.
You're completely right, Gio. Trying to do too much, and that's the opposite of what Corcoran needs right now. They need to simplify their basketball and just get the easy points where they can.
Bonin, drive, kick out. Velasco downtown, no. Rebounded down low by Paragon, lays it off the glass and in.
Gio, that is Luke Paragon's 19th point this game.
Second chance buckets for the North Stars have been the story tonight. Amir Reeves, JoJo Williams, top of the key. Give off to Danzy. Danzy going at Wazorek, finds a cutting Granger. Granger lays the floater in. Tough bucket, and he's probably the most athletic kid on the floor tonight.
He really is, Gio, and he's done a great job at keeping this Corcoran team in this ball game. He averages 13 a game, and we're seeing it tonight. He already has 10.
Dish to the inside. Bonin trying to find Hills in a really clean block by Amir Reeves. A good one. Up the floor, Williams. Off the glass, and Wazorek is there to scoop up the miss. Paragon down the floor, right side. Paragon, Euro step, gets his shot rejected. A fierce block by Avion Granger, the senior forward. Sent it into next week. It will stay on this end of the court.
Avion Granger's really been the highlight of this third quarter, Gio. He's doing it on both ends of the floor and really helping this Corcoran team stay in the game.
Paragon up to Velasco, feet to the inside, Wazorek's there, off the glass and in. Those two just make it look so easy, and they always know where each other is on the court. Velasco to Wazorek for 2. Amir Reeves thought about a step back. Knocking it loose was Wazorek. Bonin up the floor to the tin, off the glass and in. Fast break points for the North Stars. And a whistle is blown. Tyquan Horton giving the referees an earful along the side. Timeout is called. And even in high school, Rob, the coaches do get animated. We know Coach Kyle Martin is guilty of doing just the same plenty of times this year.
You know, Gio, I love to watch Kyle Martin coach. He is electric on the sideline, up and down, yelling at his players, getting hyped with his players. You always hear the loud bench. And Tyquan Horton does the same thing. But right now, I just think it's the simple basketball that Corcoran is really lacking, and that's why they're seeing this deficit.
And the North Stars are just so good. 61 points, 5:15 still left in the third quarter. Dropped 52 in half number one and haven't looked back.
Gio, we might be seeing some tacos tonight.
In the Dome, they do say taco time at the 75-point mark, I believe it is. I think because of the 2-3 zone, they might have dropped it to 70 in recent years. Could be wrong. I think the North Stars will definitely hit 70. Could they hit triple digits? That's spinning around in my head. They dropped 52 in the first half. What a historic game that would be if they were able to do so. But nonetheless, back to basketball we go. Ball's inbounded. Dior Danzy, the senior guard. Corcoran in need of a bucket. Down 21. Knifing his way through was Amir Reeves, and he's fouled. He'll shoot two. The sophomore has been really good. Amir Reeves, one of the stars on this team, second leading scorer, also averages 3 rebounds a game, had 10 points in the first go-around between these two squads, and this sophomore Amir Reeves is impressive to say the least.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he does these next 2 years, Gio. He's only going to grow, he's only going to get better, and he's already pretty good as a sophomore.
Knocks down the first free throw. Down to a 20-point ball game. Brings it within 20-19. 61-42 the lead for the North Stars. 5:05 left to play in quarter number 3. Bonin top of the key. Long arm defense by the Cougars. Doesn't matter. Feed to the inside. Wazorek couldn't finish. Rebound instead, Owen Burns. The Cougars running the floor. Amir Reeves, look at him go right at the chest of Luke Paragon and lays it up and in for 2. Velasco now left wing for the North Stars. Gives it off Paragon, top of the key. Back to Velasco. Looked like he thought about a 3. Tried to give it off. Tipped away. Stolen. In transition go the Cougars. Reeves draws the contact. They'll say a foul on the floor before the shot. Refs wave it off. No bucket. But the contact is there, and it will just be a personal foul. The Cougars to inbound.
You know what, Gio? That's just what Corcoran needs, though. They've caused 2 turnovers, and they've gotten down the floor quickly. They need to play that fast-paced basketball they love to play, but make sure to keep it simple, like they do with that inbound.
There's the N1 that the Cougars were looking for. Amir Reeves lays it in. A chance for a 3-point play at the line.
The 2 names we really have to highlight in this third quarter, Gio, are Avion Granger and Amir Reeves. They've really kept this Corcoran offense alive, and they've put up a decent amount of points in this third quarter.
Granger rattles home the free throw. 3 points there for the Cougars. 61-47 the lead for CNS. Under 4.5 to play in the third. There's Bonin left side. The Cougars on a little bit of a run. North Stars try and halt it. Velasco, pull up Jay. Floater's no good. And a rebound instead for Corcoran. JoJo Williams fouled up the floor. Velasco, the guilty man. That's his 4th foul, Rob. So Velasco's going to have to take a seat. With 4:11 left in the third on senior night, Velasco already has 4.
Gio, we saw Corcoran have 10 fouls in this first half, but it's surprisingly Kevin Velasco who's found himself in foul trouble into this third quarter.
Now the North Stars are going to need Kevin down the stretch of this game, especially with the run that Corcoran is going on right now. Amir Reeves gives off. Burns wants 3. Tried to hit it home, and it rattled off. No good. Ball saved by JoJo Williams. Bonin's there to scoop it up. Coast to coast. Robbie Seitchin, the lay-in, no good. Picks up his own miss. Finding Bonin. Knifing his way through into the lane. Ball's rejected. Paragon can't finish down low. Gets his own miss again, and now Reeves scoops it up. Williams, other end of the floor, going at Seitchin. Off the glass and in, and the Cougars' run continues to stretch.
What great defense from Corcoran right there. And credit to JoJo Williams, the running back, able to run down the floor and get the layup off the fast break.
Paragon right wing. North Stars need a bucket to halt this Corcoran run. Off to Bonin. Bonin pulls it out. Pulls up from 3. Off the rim, no good. Gerard trying to chase after it. Out of bounds it goes. Will head the other way. This is what you need if you're Corcoran. A couple of empty possessions for the North Stars. They just have to keep converting on buckets if they want to come back in this ball game.
And credit to them, Gio. They were down and out going into this third quarter, and they've really brought themselves out of this grave they've dug.
Dior Danzy, kick to the inside, Burns. Back to Danzy, thought about a 3. Goes at Wazorek, finds Burns again on the elbow. Burns with a spin move, left the floater short, and Paragon's there to scoop it up. Paragon, right side of the court. Left to right on your screen. Paragon to the 10, and he's fouled. Paragon will shoot 2 from the free throw line, and we know how consistent he is, almost a guaranteed 2.
If you're CNS, you really need Luke to hit these free throws right now just to get the points off. They've been stuck on 61 for about 2 minutes now, Gio, and they're really struggling to keep going forward.
Front of the rim and in for Luke Paragon. Adds a point on the scoreboard for CNS. Trace McTaggart checks back in the game in place of Owen Burns. And Paragon knocks down both.
He really is the definition of a free throw, Gio.
Very true, Rob, very true. JoJo Williams, top of the key, gives it off right side of Amir Reeves. Seichin is there. High ball screen. Reeves still with it. Going at Seichin. Now off to Avion Granger. We haven't seen him get activated and hot in a couple of minutes. Granger spins to the inside, gives it off McTaggart. Fancy move. Last touch by the North Stars. Gerard Hills, can't believe it, will stay on this end of the floor.
Gio, I'm a little surprised. We see Avion Granger try to get the mismatch with Gerard Hills, but that's just not the matchup I'd want to see for Avion. Gerard's 6'6" and a defensive specialist, and you really don't want your best scorer being guarded by the 6'6" frame of Gerard Hills.
Look at that play by the North Stars. Seichin stole it away. Full court pass like a quarterback to Brian Bonin. Lays it up, draws the contact, finishes, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. But it all started on this end of the floor with Robbie Seichin getting the steal and chucking it up the court like Eric Dungy. Off the rim, no good. What a save, Gerard Hills. They'll say his foot was on the line. Again, Gerard can't believe it. You have to award the hustle. And just incredible to have fans here once again, Rob. The energy is definitely here. These guys playing in front of their parents, the seniors anyway. 12 fans in attendance to be exact, my parents being 2 of them. Drive to the inside and a foul for Amir Reeves.
You know, Gio, and I really miss the energy of the fans, and I can't wait for next week when we have even more fans in the stands. We'll have 30 people, we'll get some noise, and it won't be so quiet when we're at the charity stripe.
If only there could be a student section, Rob.
If only, Gio, if only.
Amir Reeves knocks down the first. Corcoran needs these. 65-50 is the lead for the North Stars, back up to 15, 2:07 left to play in the third. Reeves for the second, and he connects. The free throw shooting has been much improved after the halftime break for Corcoran. Off to Paragon, now Bonin right wing. Hills is open down low. Give to Wazorek. Wazorek pulls up, corner 3, too strong. Seichin with a spinning lay-in, gives it off to Hills, and a good dump there by Robbie Seichin off the bench.
What a pass right there from Robbie Seichin. That's a very great heads-up play. He spins around his defender, throws the quick bounce pass to Gerard Hills, who gets the easy layup.
Amir Reeves, back to the top, JoJo Williams. Corcoran beginning to look a little sluggish, and they make me eat my words as Amir Reeves lays it up and in off the feed.
Amir Reeves has been doing it all on the offensive end tonight for Corcoran. He's really keeping him in this game alongside Avion Granger.
Luke Paragon with a corner 3, and the North Stars begin to stretch it once more. Here's Reeves, give off to Williams. Williams to the inside, McTaggart. Dumps it off Granger, ball's poked free. Bonin is there. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Bonin up the floor, gives it off. Paragon thought about a 3 from the corner again. He'll drive, feeds it off to Hills, and it's stolen away down low by Avion Granger. One too many touches for the North Stars. Reeves up and in. The athleticism on full display, and Reeves has begun to put the team on his back.
And Gio, you really see Amir Reeves jump into his defender there, trying to draw contact for the and one.
These guys can hoop here tonight. A high-scoring affair, 70-55. One of the highest-scoring high school games we've seen this season. Bonin with 17 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Off to Paragon. Paragon back to Bonin. Thought about a 3, drive to the inside, knifes his way through, gives it off. Wazorek missed it too strong. And now the Cougars up the floor with 6, with 5, and it's a lay-in for the Cougars. Seichin, half-court heave, and just rattled it off the rim. Oh, imagine if he hit that one home. Your score after 3, 70-57. Absolutely incredible here, Rob.
Gio, we're really seeing a high-scoring affair like you said, and usually this is how we see games end, not going into the fourth quarter where we can see these guys even put up more points.
Well, it's taco time already, 70 points. So we'll see how much further the North Stars can stretch it. Obviously, possibly expect some substitutions, but only a 13-point lead. That can close like that.
You're completely right, Gio, and 13-point lead is exactly what I'd be saying to these Corcoran boys if I was Taekwon Horton. They just closed a massive deficit in that third quarter, and if they keep the momentum they had going, we could really see a ball game here, Gio.
Despite the 2-5 record, this is a very talented Corcoran team, who many people forget are the defending Section 3 champs from last year before the world did shut down, upsetting the 1-seeded Baldwinsville Bees led by J.J. Starling.
You're completely right, Gio, and this Corcoran team, yeah, they may have lost a lot of seniors, but we're seeing sophomores pick up the slack with Amir Reeves, who's having a great night scoring, and we have Granger, who has 13.9 average points, and he's also doing it on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Some fantastic offense, and the Cougars just struggling to keep up with the high pace of the North Stars. Just a couple of buckets go the North Stars' way, and a couple of empty possessions for the Cougars is why we find the lead that we have. Bonin up the floor for the North Stars. Off to Seichin in the corner, give to the inside. Wazorek going right at the tooth of the defense. Missed it too strong. Reeves up the floor for Corcoran. Dumps it off, Danzy. Back to Reeves, baseline drive. Left it off, and a travel is called against Amir Reeves. Looked like he got hit in the eye as well. And an empty possession could prove to be costly for Corcoran. North Stars get it back. 70-57 is the lead, 13 points, 7.5 to play. Paragon top of the key, off to Bonin. Bonin a drive, kicks it off. Wazorek, open corner jumper, off the rim, no good. Tough rebound, McTaggart, and up the floor the Cougars go in transition. JoJo Williams swishing his way through the lane and finds the bottom of the net.
JoJo does a great job there, and he really plays like a running back. I've been saying it all game. The kid runs hard, and he gets inside very well.
Bonin to the inside, got it poked away. Here comes Reeves up the floor. This is what Corcoran needs. And oh my goodness, Rob, Amir Reeves. The athleticism is jaw-dropping.
Gio, and we see this Corcoran team cut the lead to single digits.
Bonin, the dagger! Brian Bonin downtown silencing the Corcoran energy.
I take back what I said, Gio. The lead is back to double digits.
Granger, deep two, steps back, a tough one, couldn't connect. The rebound, Gerard up to Bonin now, cross half court. Wazorek in the corner, off to Paragon, knifing his way into the lane and slicing to the hoop. Other side, Williams, contact drawn, Gerard, a hard foul. Again, his jaw drops every time he gets called for a foul. It's absolutely hilarious to watch. We love Gerard. Interviewed him many times. Doesn't agree with the call. He's got his hands up in the air. Coach Martin doesn't agree with it either. Nonetheless, it's a foul. JoJo will shoot two.
Gerard Hills is a very passionate basketball player, and you see it. He's so hardworking up and down the floor, and the leadership he brings to this team is absolutely incredible, Gio.
Yeah, and he brings that winning mentality, a two-time section champ on the football field as well.
Speaking of the football field, we see Joe Penn check in, who's going to Myrtle Beach for football.
Myrtle Beach Prep. Don't forget about Vincenzo Latanzio either. Both him and Gerard Jr. on the CNS football team. Joey gets one more run, and they will start play in just a couple of weeks here out on the turf at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. 6 minutes left to play. 75-62 the lead for the North Stars. Back up to 13. Swing to the inside. Paragon to Wazorik. The chemistry on this team just continues to dominate.
Gio, it's a game of runs, and we saw Corcoran go on that big third quarter, start of the fourth quarter run. But CNS has really picked it up here and taken that lead back.
Burns, open three, top of the key, too strong, back rim and out. JoJo Williams, the offensive board, to the inside, tried to find Burns. Pedizzato took it away. Bonin, the 2-on-1, lob to Wazorik, contact drawn, and the physicality on full display. Wazorik looked like he almost was going to throw that thing down, Rob.
Gio, I was just about to say that. I thought Noah Wazorik was going to slam that one down.
He will shoot two. And one there would have blown the roof off this place. A couple of parents jumped up out of their seats to my right. And Wazorik connects on the first. They've been so consistent from the line, Rob. I know we've said it a million times, but it's worth noting. Wazorik for the second, and he hits. And Conjul will check back into the game. 5.5 to play. North Stars up 79-62. Still have not taken their foot off the gas, and no reserves in the game yet. Paragon picks off a sloppy pass from Danzy. Free dribbling behind his back. Lays it off the glass and in. Luke Paragon, are you kidding me?
What a play from Luke Paragon. And Gio, I thought he lost his dribble there, but I was completely wrong. He picks the ball up and gets the athletic layup.
Danzy couldn't hit the three. Gerard pulled down the rebound, and they'll say he walked with it. Gerard doesn't like the call, but that is the proper one to make. 5:03 left to go. 81-62. The North Stars have hit 80 points, and there's still 5 minutes left to go in the game. Shamir Judge checks in. Reeves drives to the inside, gets inside the paint, and a foul is called.
Gio, I'm very curious to see when we see Kevin Velasco check back in. He's on 4 fouls, is in foul trouble, but we are getting later into the fourth, and I think we could see Kevin get some minutes here.
Very true. 81-62 remains the lead for the North Stars. Reeves at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 of them. And he hits the first end of the 1-and-1. Reeves up in the air, and he hits. 5 minutes on the clock.
Gio, Amir Reeves may be a sophomore, but he is scoring like a senior here on senior night.
Bone into the corner, Gerard Hills. Feed to the inside, Paragon. Slices through the defense. The floater finds the bottom of the net. And Luke Paragon putting the team on his shoulders. Everybody contributing for the North Stars. They have 83.
Gio, you're really starting to hear the CNS bench erupt. They're loving the momentum their team has, and they just want to keep things going.
JoJo Williams couldn't finish. Good defense by the North Stars, suffocating down low. Gerard up the floor pass to Bonin. Bonin finds the bottom. Off the window and in for Brian Bonin on senior night, and he's had himself a game. Shamir Judge left side, trying to go at Bonin. Now Avion Granger with Conjul there. Conjul with a hand in the face. Able to be enough to make Granger miss the shot. Bonin for the North Stars. Up the floor. Bonin through the defense. Dumps it off. Conjul. And that's textbook basketball, Rob. Draw and dump. Brian Bonin to Reese Conjul. Timeout on the sideline for Taekwon Horton.
What a beautiful dish right there from Brian Bonin, Gio. He jumps up and gets inside, and he almost tomahawk passes it to Reese, who already has his hands up knowing my point guard could pass it to me at any moment.
What a game tonight for the North Stars. Almost at 90. 3:50 left to go, Rob. You think they can hit 100?
Gio, I think there's one thing that plays into it. How fast will these guys play? We've seen them slow it down. We've seen them speed it up. If they play fast basketball, I think we see triple digits.
Thank you so much again for tuning in on the CNS Athletics North Star Network. Pleasure bringing you the game here tonight from the CNS Gymnasium. Giovanni Heater alongside Robert Bateman with you, and we can't thank you enough for joining us for this fantastic SCAC Metro Division matchup between the CNS North Stars and the Corcoran Cougars. The North Stars, a win here would advance them to 6-2 on the season, would still be in third place SCAC Metro, and their feet lies in front of them. The work's cut out for them, but they could seize first place if they can avenge losses to both Liverpool and West Genesee.
You know what, Gio? And if they keep scoring like they are tonight, I think they can run the table late here in the season.
This team, how they've meshed, is just absolutely incredible, and they are beyond fun to watch. Back to basketball we go. JoJo Williams give off to Danzy. Coming to the ball is Shamir Judge. Judge with Penizzato guarding. Judge picks up his dribble, pivots, and great defense by Joey P. Granger with 15 on the shot clock, dribbles behind his back. Bonin was there. JoJo Williams thought about popping, now under 10 on the shot clock. Williams to the inside, kick out, corner three. Owen Burns rattled off the rim, no good. Slicing it away was Penizzato. Bonin up the floor, dish to Gerard Hills, and the contact is drawn. Gerard for two.
Gio, we really haven't seen much from Gerard on offense here tonight, but he has been dominant down low on defense.
There he is, Kevin Velasco, near the scorer's table, about to check in. You'll also see, it looks like George Chestnut, the senior guard, check in as well. Gerard misses the front end of two. Velasco checks in for Penizzato. Might be Penizzato's last minutes on senior night. But plenty of time left to play here. 87-64 is the lead. Gerard misses both. Rebound by Dior Danzy. And up the floor go the Cougars. Danzy off to Chestnut. Chestnut swings it over to Burns. Burns a pump fake, now Judge in the corner. Judge with Conjul all over. Back to Danzy. Danzy dribbles between his legs. Velasco pokes it free. Over to Burns, pulls up, free throw line jumper, off the mark, no good. Conjul the rebound over to Bonin. Now Bonin for the North Stars, 2:45 to play. Bonin stops, pass to the inside, picked off by Dior Danzy. Up the floor go the Cougars. Chestnut, the finger roll, lays it up and in. Now Velasco up the floor for CNS. They haven't taken their foot off the gas. Another steal for the Cougars. Chestnut dribbles his way through the defense. Velasco pokes it free and steals it. Ends up in the hands of Chestnut. Gerard swats it into the air like we're playing volleyball. And now a timeout is called. Coach Kyle Martin, a smart play there, wants to talk things over. Got a little sloppy for a second, wants to address the team.
Gio, sloppy's completely right. And I felt like I couldn't even talk there. It was just so back and forward. And we saw 3 or 4 steals just in that 30-second period of play.
87-66. The North Stars led by as many as 25. They currently lead by 21. An offensive outpour by the North Stars tonight. And I don't know about you, Rob, but I'm incredibly impressed.
I'm impressed by both of these teams. We see Corcoran with 66, CNS with 87. Will they hit 90? We'll see. They have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to do so.
87 points in a high school game. I mean, you only play 8 minutes a quarter. It's just absolutely incredible.
And, Gio, it's incredible, too, because Coach Kyle Martin had told us he wasn't used to how low scoring these games are. But they have been anything but that tonight.
Paragon to Conjul, who can't finish down low. Good defense by a swarming group of Cougars. Judge up the floor. Gerard Hills takes it away. Conjul up the floor pass. Reese dunks it home. Reese Conjul, the elevation.
Gerard Hills with the quarterback-esque pass to Reese Conjul. Beautiful basketball.
And Dior Danzy if it matters or not, knocks down a three on the other end of the floor. 1:42 left to go, and Reese Conjul just exploded this sideline. Paragon to the inside. Conjul, corner three, off the rim, no good. He was open. It's a good shot. Tipped out of bounds, will stay on this end. Last touch by Avion Granger. And Nick DeViro will check in for CNS. Paragon will take a seat. Amir Reeves checks back in, getting some of those seniors those final reps on senior night.
And Gio, when you look at the CNS bench, all you see is smiles. Reese is a guy who we've seen throw it down occasionally in warm-ups, but never in a game, as Gerard Hills has a massive glass cleaning block.
But a foul is called instead. And again, Gerard can't believe it.
Kyle Martin can't believe it as well. Hands on his head. Gerard's in shock. Kyle Martin's in shock. The whole CNS basketball team thought Gerard had just cleaned the paint.
That was quite a chase down.
We've seen Gerard do it before, and I just thought we had another example of it right there, Gio.
89-69, the lead for the North Stars by way of 20. Under a minute and a half to play. Reeves at the free throw line for two. Misses the front end. And the ball doesn't lie, as they say, Rob, right?
Now in for the Cougars, number 15, Rashid McCurdy. Winchester.
Gerard Hills showing frustration, as you would expect, with such a major play being taken away from him, Gio.
And here we go. North Stars up the floor. Second one's good for Reeves. Velasco top of the key off to DeViro. Coming back to the ball is Bonin. Bonin crossover dribble. George Chestnut all over him. Bonin spins off to Conjul. Lost control of it for a second. Got it back. Velasco inside to Gerard. And he's fouled. He will head to the charity stripe. Lots and lots of fouls tonight, Rob.
You're completely right, Gio. And I'm surprised we haven't seen more guys get into foul trouble.
A win here for the North Stars is a big resume builder again. Hills misses the front end. And some more substitutions here as the seniors continue to pour on. Penizzato back in, and Junior Darko in as well for the North Stars. And the energy on the bench is all smiles for CNS as they lead at 89-70 by way of 19 points. Gerard misses both. Corcoran up the floor. Gerard with a hustle play, gets it back. Makes up for the two missed free throws. And a minute left to play here on senior night in the CNS gym. Off to Darko. Deep three. Junior wants it. Too short. Junior gets it back. Pulls up again. Downtown. Left it short as well. And the rebound for Rashid McCurdy. Up the floor go the Cougars. Chestnut in the corner. Reeves sets a screen. And Chestnut will slow it down. Penizzato's there defensively. Penizzato, hand in the face. Chestnut, not even close. Great defense out of Joey P. DeViro up the floor. Feed to Gerard. He tried to find DeViro again, but it was taken away by Reeves. Under 30 to play. Up the floor, McCurdy, and he lays it up and in. The North Stars trying to hit 90. 19 seconds left to play, 89-72. Coach Martin might tell them to just run out the clock and hold this ball.
You know, Gio, that was a smart play on that last bucket from Corcoran right there from Kevin Velasco. He knows he has 4 fouls, so he just doesn't foul, stays out of foul trouble, and you see what happens.
3, 2, 1, and that does it. On senior night, the North Stars take down Corcoran, 89-72. Your final score here from Cicero North Syracuse High School, Rob. What a fantastic game that we got on senior night.
You guys saw every player hitting all their shots tonight. There's not a single guy I could point out that wasn't on fire tonight. Offensively, these teams excelled.
Both teams going at it here at CNS High School. The North Stars walk away with an 89-72. We'll take a quick break here, pull off a player for a sideline interview to conclude our presentation tonight, and then we'll wrap up the game once more and let you free for the night. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute or two with a player interview right here on the North Star Network. Your final score, North Stars 89, Corcoran 72.
Start time for the game is noon.
Welcome back here on the CNS Athletics North Star Network. Giovanni Heater alongside Robert Bateman with you courtside, and we're joined by two CNS seniors, Brian Bonin and Joey Penizzato. Brian, we'll start off with you since you're holding the mic first. Obviously, you've played for the North Stars a couple of years now, but at this point, you guys have a fantastic season going on. You've extended the season record to 6-2 on the year. Liverpool and West Genesee await, trying to avenge those losses down the stretch of the season. What does it have to take to get it done? Absolutely. Why don't we hand the mic off to Joey, Rob, and I'll turn it over to you.
And Joe, my question for you is, you have been the absolute glue guy of this basketball team, and I just want to know, what's the mentality you bring to each game you play?
Now, Joe, I want to know, how does it translate? Two-time section champ on the football field, obviously a big season coming up, but how does that idea of knowing how to win translate to the success on the hardwood and how you've been able to be a leader for this team? It's okay. Now, Joey, Liverpool and West Genesee await down the stretch of the season. How's that make you feel? Joey Penizzato, senior. We'll give it off to Bonin for just a couple more.
And then, Brian, my question for you is, it's your senior year. You're the senior leader of this team, and I've seen you make some magical passes. So what I want to know is, what do you tell your guys? Because they always have their hands up.
Brian, last one for you. You had the opportunity, very unique opportunity, to share senior night with your older sister, Beth, who's an assistant coach on the team with a fantastic resume of her own. So to have your parents here for a special COVID season night, or senior night, I should say, where the parents were the only fans in attendance, to have your sister here, how much did that mean to you? And you gave one great performance on the floor as well. Absolutely, Brian. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll turn it over to Coach Martin for a couple. Coach, what a win here tonight, Rob. I'll turn it over to you.
Coach Martin, you are the most energetic high school coach I think I have ever seen. Is that just from college? What makes you so hyped up for each game?
Now, Coach, you talked about it. We talked to you after every game, and you've just said how much improvement has taken place. Game in and game out, this team just continues to get better. This was a big one to drop so many points on the scoreboard throughout. How'd you feel tonight, and how has the team have been able to glue together despite the COVID season and come together to put up some great numbers?
And, Coach, that's what we love about you. You're always pushing your players for more.
Last question for you here, Coach. West Genesee and Liverpool still loom on the schedule. The opportunity to avenge 2 losses and possibly seize first place in the SCAC Metro. How do you guys feel about those 2 matchups? It's got to be a level of excitement and competition.
Honestly, I just thought about Corcoran tonight, and we'll see what happens. Play whoever, and whoever is the next opponent. So, sorry for the cop-out answer, but I have not thought about next week yet because A, time is so short, and we're just trying to stay present and focus on what's at hand, and that's now So, sorry, Gio.
No worries at all. Thank you so much. Again, head coach Kyle Martin, thanks for your time, Coach. All right, Rob, we saw. What's that? Yes, thank you for that. Thank you so much. All right, so we'll wrap up the broadcast here on the North Star Network, Rob. The North Stars, with a massive win, they cap off their season to 6-2, games ahead, but an 89-72 win against Corcoran tonight.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. And we really saw CNS play that fast basketball Kyle Martin talked about. And he even said to us, it's contributing to them scoring more points, and they did just that tonight, Gio.
The schedule ahead for the North Stars is exciting, to say the least. Plenty of opportunities and the work cut out for them. What a game it was tonight. Again, your final score, 89-72 right here in the Cicero North Syracuse High School gym. Thanks so much to Daryl White, our stadium announcer and our music coordinator, Mr. Howell, who is our stadium manager, our athletic director, Tim Bednarski, Katie, our trainer, everybody else who makes this fantastic broadcast happen. Spencer Conjal, our producer, fantastic as always. So again, for Robert Bateman, I'm Giovanni Heater. So long for now. We'll see you next time.